It's great to have Hall of Famer Walter Jones with us today. And Walt, I know you've been in and out of this state during the offseason. Did you get a chance at all to watch any of the World Cup mayhem? 6 matches in Seattle, 2 involving the American team. Are you much of a soccer fan?
I've been watching a little bit. I think that the cool thing about it is here in the States. So I tell people all the time, this is like, I call it like the kind of slow version of sports. Like next month you're gonna be into football, so you're getting the World Cup right now. You have the NBA Finals, and now you got the World Cup. So I think all the stuff that's been going on, you get a chance to turn your TV on, and World Cup is always on. So from that standpoint, you end up watching it, and then you kind of watch that it's in the States, and especially watching when they're at Lumen Field, just to say, okay, I've been to that field. It's awesome to see how the fans turn out and be part of this, and especially for us too. I think a lot of times in the USA, I don't think it's as excited to them as it is around the world, but I think the USA have definitely came to have fun this year and understand how big the World Cup is. So it's so amazing to see it in Seattle and see the fans turn out.
Well, you mentioned the fan, and Walt, you are one of the most beloved professional sports figures in this city, and I will say that because Paul and I know when we go out with you, everywhere we go, people are screaming, "There's Walt, I want his autograph." I mean, your face is all over the city. I imagine you were not surprised with the turnout, though, of the fans. I think a lot of people are like, "Oh my gosh, Seattle is just on fire," but you've lived it. You know what this city does for big events.
Oh, definitely. I tell people all the time, I said, as long as if teams are winning, the fans are going to show up. Most of the time when you're not winning, the fans show up too, though. So, but when the city is hot, when things are going right, where everybody's winning, the WNBA is winning, the football team is winning, the baseball team, the college is playing. So when you get a chance to be part of that, I tell people all the time, especially this far East Coast, a lot of times people don't know a lot about the Seattle city or the Seattle sports team. So when they get a chance to come out there, they understand that this is a amazing fan base, and they're going to support their team. So I've been a part of it for a long time, and they've been supporting these teams. Every time that they do something special, the fans be around and be ready to celebrate because they feel like they're a part of the team too.
Hey, keeping with soccer real quickly, we've seen you at Lumen Field with your camera taking pictures during Sounders games. How did you develop your interest into photography?
I was just trying to find a way to get into the games, man. Like
He's honest.
No, you know what? I thought like, like I say, I do a lot of work with Jose and stuff, and he was doing that stuff, and I just thought about just trying to see can I do it, just trying to understand, you got Corky, you got so many of those guys that you meet, and you try to understand, how do they get the shot, how do you choose the shot, and I learned that a lot of that is not about the picture taking, it's all about the editing and trying to figure out what shots are the great shot. But still, again, I think it's cool when the fans, you see a lot of guys are doing it now, like Marshawn doing it, Ken Griffin Jr. doing it. So I think it gives them a space where they can go to the game and really enjoy the game where they're not worrying about the fanfare. Because like you say, a lot of time when you're on that sideline, people are screaming your name. They want autographs. They want pictures. So from that standpoint, you just want to be able to say, my job was to say when I got into that was to be able to have a picture in the stadium. And I do have a picture there in the stadium. I can't remember where it's at, but I know that I have a shot that I took with the Sounders that's in that stadium. So for me, my goal was met, so that was fun to do, and maybe one day I'll probably go out and do it again, but it was just something I want to do, kind of like once you're going through your process of retirement, you just find things that you want to do, so that was fun while it lasted.
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't know you had a pick inside that stadium there. We know you've always been good in the community, Walt. You like to stay involved. Can you tell us some of the charities you've been involved with this summer?
Oh, definitely. I think for me personally, I've been working with Coordinated Care for the last 2 years, and they do a good job helping out in their community, man, and doing things like that. And they bring on former players to be part of this stuff. And for me personally, I always want to give back. I swear, we just did a youth summit there at Lumen Field, where you get a chance to talk to younger kids that are struggling, trying to figure things out. And I think for me personally, to be able to talk to them and let them know that I was in those same seats, and what I'm saying, and all you want to do is to hear somebody's story, and hopefully that you reach somebody and down that give them motivation too. So for me personally, that's all I want to do is try to give back. My mom has always told me, you've been blessed. to play something that you always love and made a lot of money. So it's always good to give back. That's the kind of way that we grew up, that people was helping us out and giving back to us. So for me personally, that's things that I want to do and I always continue to keep doing.
Well, big thanks to you. That was a fun shot right there, two of you and Warren Moon, a couple Hall of Famers hanging out doing good things. Seahawks head coach Mike Macdonald participated in the American Century Celebrity Golf Tournament this week. You a big golfer? Do you own a set of clubs? Do you have a favorite course?
I got 2 sets of clubs, man. When I first got in the league, we used to do offensive line golf tournaments every Tuesday of the first of the month. So I ended up getting I don't play as much as some of these guys do. I haven't got the itch for it. You know, I feel like I could be doing something better than being out on the golf course for 12 hours or whatever. So, but I do enjoy going to the charity events. I go there and I mingle and stuff like that. So it's pretty fun to go back and do that. I'm more come to the golf tournament for the entertainment part. You know, have a go-kart, have music, have something to drink, have a cigar. That's what I go there for. So that's more my speed of going to golf. But I don't turn it down when I got my friend to say, "Well, you want to go out golfing?" I lay down my law. This is what I do at golf things. So, but I enjoy being around the fans and being around charity events when we go golfing. But I'm more there just for the entertainment to have fun.
I've seen it, Walt. I've seen it, Paul. You know, I see Walt and Jose. They get a cart and they just roll in. They take one shot. They don't even have to worry about where the ball lands because Walt's heading to another hole with Jose. They're grabbing some chicken along the way from wherever. It's good stuff. Yeah. I love it when you come to a tournament, Walt, because you are everywhere. Because you just don't play 18. You just take a shot and move on to the next group.
Keep having fun, man. I did it a long time ago when I did it, and then I was with, they put you with a group, a foursome. But then once you're done golfing with that foursome, then you get to the tent, then everybody realize who you are. And now you're signing autographs the whole time. So I said, well, why don't I just come to the golf tournament, ride around, I get a chance to meet everybody? Because once it's over, you're ready to go home. So I just try to get out there as fast as I can. But it's always fun to get a chance to meet people and take pictures with everybody.
But healthy, Walt, now you got to be careful. As you know, you and I were out there. There's the Azale's chicken stand, there's the pizza stand, there's the burgers. I mean, you go to these tournaments, you're gonna have to, be careful now that you're Mr. Healthy, Walt.
I gotta tell you, man, those are the days that you got to make those decisions. So you can't go out there and try to, because everybody see you as Big Walt. So you can't go out there and be like, you know what, I can't eat that chicken today, or I can't eat that hamburger. So it's always fun. Those are the days that you can cheat and have fun.
Yeah, well, I think it's a great approach that you take, getting around to all the holes instead of just being in one foursome. There he is. There's his favorite snack. All right, look, we've talked a lot about your love for Doritos and ice cream there, but I'm sure you've played some interesting foursomes as well, Walt. Your most memorable celebrity that maybe you played with in a golf tournament?
Oh man, that's a tough one. Like I say, when you're playing in these top teams, you meet a lot of celebrities. I tell people all the time, I like a lot of these people. I call them friends. Like I had a chance to golf with Mike McCready. I think he's one of the locals there in Seattle. I done got a chance to with Macklemore, Ken Griffin. I'm still waiting on my shoes, Ken. So if you watch this show, I need my tennis shoes. But just for me personally, just to meet a lot of the guys, Jamal Crawford, all these guys that locally here, man, I get a chance to hang out with those guys. So anytime, and it's so cool because they play in another sport. But then when you meet them, they know you know them, so then you hang out with those guys and they and you find out that these guys got the same drive as you have. So it's pretty cool to get a chance to talk to these guys and just see what they do on a normal basis besides what they do as considered being a celebrity.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they love playing with you too, Big Walt. They're telling everybody I got to play with Walter Jones today, so that's pretty cool too. All right, do we have a picture? Oh, yeah, great. Wait a minute, that would totally be me on the right, Chris. That would totally the barf bag. That's a good pick. Every day it's a different pick with us on an adventure, Chris.
Oh, man. That's a good one.
Well, you look the best out of the three of us, for sure. You look like you're in control.
Hey, I was hurt. Hey, I don't wish that on nobody, man. I was hurt, man. That was tough, man. But I was a trooper, though. It was from 7 to 2 o'clock, so I stayed there till 2. Then, when the crazy thing about going out there is like when you're on the boat, when you first get out there, you're excited. You're not thinking about how far you out. And then until they tell you it's time to go back, and then you look at the nav, and it's like 40 miles out. So now you're feeling like crap, and you just want to see land. I just want to see land, just see land. So you're sitting on this boat for another hour just trying to get back to land. But you don't think about that going out, how long it take to get out there.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's for sure.